Hi, and welcome to Strap a Watch, Michael Knapp Leather. So in today's episode, we're going to take another look at my Grand Seiko Spring Drive model SBGA375. I'm a huge Grand Seiko fan. I hope to own more in the future. I really do. And the Spring Drive, man. So I did a review on this watch last year. I'll leave a link for that because we're not going to go full in-depth review on the watch. What I had done this past week was an experiment, all right? And it worked. So I'm so stoked about it, I can't tell you. So we're going to be seeing that after the intro. But just to let you guys know, what I had done was about 2 months ago, just before the shutdown with the virus, I ordered a Grand Seiko buckle because I knew I wanted to make a new strap. So with all of, the shutdown stuff going on and shipping, and believe me, I know because I've shipped off straps and it's been a nightmare with shipping. I just got this buckle this week. So got to really thinking, how can I do this? How can I do this? And so that's what we're going to be seeing on today's episode. I can't wait till you guys see the final product. Stick around after the intro. We're going to get right into it. Well, thank you so much for joining me today on Strap a Watch. And here I am cutting out the alligator skin. This is a brand new hide I just got in from one of my suppliers where I get this Egyptian blue. It's a light blue color from time to time. I had ordered one of these last year, and boy, through the holiday season this past year, I went through it all. It was a very popular color for straps and some ladies straps, a lot of guys straps. But I didn't showcase cutting out the lining. This is some calf skin because I actually went off camera. I filmed it. I went off camera where I cut. So there is the lining side, and here is the experiment. Using a royal blue dye, top side and underneath. So I'll tell you what happened. What I had done about, a month ago, I had a subscriber that ordered a brown alligator strap. And the thing was, he wanted it darker than the kind of more tobacco brown color that I have. It's kind of a lighter shade of brown. And he wanted it a more darker brown. And the first one I did, I only applied the dye to the top. And I let it dry, and it was just a total failure. I didn't really think about going on the bottom side. And so I put that aside. I started over. I cut out 2 more pieces. And this time I had done both sides. And the first time, because I let it dry, it was still pretty light. So I did it again. And the first one I used a saddle tan color, and then the second one I used a golden brown. So a little bit darker color. And it worked perfectly. And that's what got me to thinking that this might work with a deep blue, like a navy blue, on the light blue alligator to try to match this Grand Seiko's dial. I've been wanting this forever, since I've had this watch. And I never thought I'd be able to match it. That's why I always was looking for what's called a cobalt blue alligator skin. They're out there. And yet, I don't know if that would have even matched, so it had to have been customized like I've done. I didn't really know how to do it. This is all an experiment, like I said, and it ended up working. So pretty cool. I can't wait to show you guys, like I said, the final product. And this watch, I've had this watch for, maybe a couple years now. I won it on eBay. The SBGA375 has a 9R movement. You're going to be seeing the movement inside. I do showcase the back side of this, so stick around to see that. And it's just an amazing system, the Spring Drive. If you're not familiar with Spring Drive, really do your own due diligence and research on it, because it's amazing. Here I am cutting out the final size product, and this is kind of a proprietary thing that I do that helps speed things up and make it very accurate. Now, you got to remember too, as I was saying, I had ordered that Grand Seiko buckle directly from Japan, and the thing is, it only came in 16 millimeters. So at first what I did was I didn't have anything that would taper from, this is a 19 millimeter lug width to 16, so I don't have any template for that. So I had to just kind of customize in that final cutting process to get everything down 19, 16. And so that's why there's a pretty steep taper you'll see here between the lugs end to the end, like the point end especially. You'll see the taper to get it down to 16 millimeters. But I did it, and it worked out great. This is me putting in the 19 millimeter quick release lug pins. I always say I do that on all my personal watches so that I can interchange watches. The Egyptian blue strap that I had made for this originally last year with the other hide I had turned out sweet, and a lot of compliments on that. Just making that video, I don't know what it was, but it sure made a lot of orders come in, so I guess, people were really turned on by that color. So that's what's cool, and no, Strap-A-Watch, this channel, I always say, is not for me to promote selling watch straps. I mean, I make watch straps, but the show is really to promote the wearing of watches, especially mechanical watches. I'm just a huge mechanical watch enthusiast, and yes, this spring drive with the 9R movement, it is mechanical automatic with a quartz system that acts as a brake. So no, there's no battery. What it is, winding the main spring, and it has a 72-hour power reserve, which is outstanding. But this quartz system basically acts as a braking mechanism that gives it that real accuracy. So it doesn't tick. I remember when I first got it, I put it in the time grapher, and I'm like, wait a minute, something's wrong. Well, no, it doesn't tick. It sweeps just effortlessly. That's why go back and you can rewind and see the very beginning of the video, and you'll notice that second hand doesn't tick. It just sweeps. It's mesmerizing. It really is. So this is the tiger thread stitching that I used. It's a deep blue, navy blue tiger thread stitching, just keeping everything very traditional. I did not film that putting on the edge paint, but it's called Electric Blue, and I bought it. It's from Uniter's Electric Blue from Rocky Mountain Leather. So just to let you leather crafters know, if you're thinking about different types of blues or edge paints to get, Rocky Mountain Leather has a ton of different edge paints, as well as fineleatherworking.com. I get a lot of supplies from both of those places. And this is me burnishing in the edge paint, so you can see right there I'm using my own fingers and thumbs and that little burnisher to really get in and make it nice and slick and fine edged. That's what it's all about with fine leather crafting, is having some nice fine edges. So I love this. I tell you, I love this color. I can't wait to show you guys this final product, man. So there's the Egyptian blue, okay? And that's just like from the hide that I have now. It's very similar, almost exact same color. And I made that, like I said, last year. And you can see I took it off with the quick release lug pins, put it on quick release lug pins. So there it is. Now again, the video and the camera work is not going to do this complete justice. It's almost like you really have to see it in person under varying lighting conditions to really be able to appreciate the dial and the color coordination with the strap. This strap really does match that dial very, very, very well. And there's that new buckle. I just love it. I love having buckles that match the brand and manufacturer of the watch. So here you can see final product, spring drive. There's the little window for the power reserve, 72-hour power reserve right there. Grand Seiko logo. I love those Gothic GS logo that they have. You know, some people they're not into Grand Seiko because it has the name Seiko in it. I don't understand it at all, but that's, to each their own. These are an amazing value. If you go back and watch some of my other episodes, I did one where I highlighted Teddy Baltazar channel and talked about where he and Kevin O'Leary went out watch shopping. There's the buckle. And Kevin had stated that he really feels that Grand Seiko is in the best values of watches that you can buy today. And I absolutely agree with that. I bought this in the upper $2,000, $2,800 range on eBay a few years ago in a bidding war. And at list price back in the day was at $5,200. So I got a really pretty decent deal on this watch, and I have a feeling it'll just keep going up in value over the years to come. There's the crown, GS logo on the crown. Pretty cool, man. And here it is. Just check out how well it matches. I mean, with the limited ability with the camera work and the lighting conditions and everything, just imagine. I'm pleased. I'm just excited. I'll tell you, I can't wait to wear this out in public. We are opening our hearing clinic tomorrow, so we're back at it, man. There's the buckle. Listen, thank you guys for joining me today. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. God bless you all. And just like we always say, keep on ticking.